Where do you pick up business lessons to become a better online entrepreneur? Possibly from YouTube videos just like this one, or from a mentor, but a lot of entrepreneurs actually pick up business lessons from their family. Some of them have families who are entrepreneurs as well, and from their family, they've been getting a lot of advice about running a business. Now, in this video, I want to share 4 business lessons that I learned from my non-entrepreneur family. That's right, no one in my family has ever been an entrepreneur, but I've learned business lessons from them based on the conversations that we've had, and I want to share them with you in this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the best place for online marketing and online business. My name is Chrystabelle, a marketing coach for online businesses. Now, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you like today's video, don't forget to hit the like button as well. So just looking at my family, it's really hard to think that I'll be able to get business lessons out of them. You know, my mom has been working at the same chiropractic clinic for the last 30 over years. My dad has never been an entrepreneur. He was a realtor for a while, then he worked in a shopping mall, then he became a taxi driver. My grandparents weren't entrepreneurs. My uncles and aunts were never entrepreneurs. Basically, no one in my family has ever been an entrepreneur. But without realizing it, I've been picking up business lessons from my parents through our conversations, through their lives, and through the things that they buy and the reasons why they buy. And I want to share these business lessons with you. The first business lesson that I learned is from my mom. It's amazing what small businesses can achieve with their customers just by being small and intimate and personal. There are things that my mom's small one-location chiropractic clinic can do that the huge multi-location chiropractic chains cannot do. And I think this is why my mom's chiropractic clinic continues to survive and thrive even 30 years down the road, because they continue to have regular customers who continue to refer customers to them. They hardly ever run ads, or they don't ever run ads. They're very old school in that sense. But they are always able to get customers and have a regular pool of customers to bank on. And what they've been doing as a small one-location chiropractic clinic is really just personalized experience. My mom, as the front desk receptionist, has this imaginary Rolodex in her brain where she can instantly remember her regular customers' life and story and family and all the things and past injuries and past sessions. And so when a patient comes to their chiropractic clinic, their small one-location chiropractic clinic, my mom is able to give that patient that personalized experience that if you go to any big store or any big chain, you will not be able to get that kind of experience, that kind of personalization, because they have way too many customers coming in and out. And so with a small business and with employees that actually care, this is where a small online business can beat their competitors. So when I look at my own online business, I know I'm not the most famous or most popular marketing coach out there. I don't have millions of followers. I don't have millions of views. I don't have thousands of clients. But what I've been able to offer my customers and my tribe is my personalized attention. So for example, if you send me a DM on Instagram, at This Is Kristan, I'm going to remember who you are. I'm going to be the one chatting with you. I'm going to be the one having a conversation with you. Now, if I am a bigger brand, if I work for a bigger brand, or if I run a bigger business, then it's going to be really hard for me to give that personalized attention to every single person who sends me a message, to every single person who reaches out to me. It might not even be me who's replying to you, right? It might be my assistant or my team members who are replying to your messages. So even if you feel like your online business is not as big as your competitors, don't think for a second that there's no room for your online business. There are things that you can do that your bigger competitors cannot do just because they don't have the capacity to do what small businesses can do. Things like personalized attention, things like personalized experience. Now, the second business that I learned from is from my dad. My dad has always been the most sociable guy you'll ever meet. He knows everyone on our street. He knows everyone in the office. He talks to everyone. He knows their families, their friends, and all their stories. My dad is that kind of person. And there were moments in my youth and my childhood that I remember my dad would get opportunities in terms of real estate listings or houses or job opportunities because someone would recommend that to him or tip him off to an opportunity. And that is a huge lesson to learn as an entrepreneur. Because of who my dad knows, because of who he knows in his network has opened up doors for him. So who you know is more important than what you know. I'll say that again. Who you know is more important than what you know. This is why expanding your network and your connections as a business owner is so important. When I started my first online business, I had no clue when it came to running a business. But what I knew back then and what I still continue to believe right now is I gotta keep expanding my network and my connections, and who I know is more important than what I know. And because of the connections and the network that I have actively grown and cultivated over the last 5 years, I have received a lot of opportunities, such as opportunities to new clients, opportunities to speak at conferences, opportunities for collaborations, all because of the people that I know. So what I want you to think about right now is, how big or how small is your network, is your connection? And I'm not talking about the number of people you're connected to on LinkedIn or the followers you have on Instagram or the number of emails that you have or the number of name cards that you have. What I'm talking about is the number of connections, the real connections, the personalized connections that you have, people that you have spoken to in person or online, people that you are regularly checking in with and building a real connection. The key thing to remember here is, as you grow your network, as you grow your connection, it is going to be difficult to maintain a close relationship with every single one of them. I mean, it's just impossible, right? So what I like to do, bare minimum, is if I connect with them, if I feel like there's a connection with them during our first call or our first chat, then what I like to do is to at least connect with them on Instagram or add them as a friend on Facebook. I feel like personally for me, the best way for me to maintain a close, intimate relationship with my network is to connect with them on social media. That's my preferred way of doing things. If for some reason there isn't a click in our first call or first meetup when I meet this person, then maybe I wouldn't put that much attention or time into cultivating that relationship as much as I would with someone that I have an instant click with. So business lesson number 2 is to think about who you're connected to, who can you connect with, and how to continue to cultivate that connection. Now, the third lesson is a lesson that I learned from my dad again. You know, my dad as a realtor, he has had his ups and downs just like everyone in business or in any company, right? And there were moments that, you know, he would close a sale, but towards the end of his realtor career, he was barely selling any houses or even any houses at all. And I remember that the economy was kind of bad back then. This was around or after the 2008 economic crisis. And that really made it hard for my dad to succeed as a realtor. But what really sealed the coffin was my dad's inability or unwillingness to embrace the technology that came with time. So during a time and for a long time, realtors were used to advertising in newspapers or on radio or TV, right? Those were kind of the places where they would advertise in. They would put out a house listing, and that's how they find a potential buyer or a potential seller. And as we know now, technology is constantly evolving and new technology is constantly coming up. And so what I remember back then was the internet was starting to explode, and a lot of realtors were jumping on the internet train, and they were slowly moving their advertising money from newspapers to advertising online. And so a lot of these younger realtors were quick to jump on these websites where they could now advertise and market their houses to where their customers are hanging out. And they were quick to jump on social media when social media became a real thing. But because my dad was stuck in the old ways of selling a house and finding houses, he never quite jumped on the online train, and he still hasn't jumped on the online train. And because he did not embrace the changing technology and the changing habits of people, my dad lost out to these younger or more motivated or more technology advanced realtors out there. And this is super important to remember as online entrepreneurs. Technology is constantly changing. Consumer habits will constantly change. And as online business owners, we gotta evolve as technology changes. So in this past couple of years, AI, VR, messenger bots, these are the technology that we're seeing becoming more and more popular. Platforms like TikTok are becoming more popular, and a lot of people are adverse to it because it's new, right? Because it's new, they don't know much about it, they don't want to touch it. And as online business owners, we gotta learn how to embrace these changes. These changes are coming, we gotta learn how to embrace them and see how they fit into our businesses. You know, to be honest, when TikTok first came out, honestly, I thought this is not a platform for me. This is just another dancing platform or music platform for the younger crowd. And because of what I sell and who I am, my crowd has always been the older crowd. Business owners in their 30s, 40s, 50s, not so much the younger crowd who loves to sing and dance. But as I soon found out, TikTok is not just for the young people. People in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s are also on TikTok. In fact, more of them are now joining TikTok. And honestly, if I had the time capacity, I would probably be on TikTok creating content for TikTok, but I don't have that time capacity right now. But I'm not saying no to it. Just like I'm not saying no to AI or virtual reality. these are a technology that's going to be super important for us, especially in the coming years. So right now, my business has not embraced AI or VR, but I know that once I find a way to embrace these technology, I'm going to go all in, I'm going to embrace that change, and I hope that your online business embraces that new technology as well. Now, the last business lesson that I learned is to celebrate all your small wins. I learned it from my mom, who is literally my biggest cheerleader ever. My mom celebrates all of my small wins, whether that's getting a new client, a new sale, speaking at a new conference. My mom is more excited than I am. And I gotta admit, that is where one of my biggest fault is as an entrepreneur. I am goal-oriented, I'm goal-focused. So once I hit any goal, I instantly move on to the next goal. I barely stop to celebrate that win, especially if it is a small win, right? I only celebrate the big wins. And over time, I've learned how important it is to celebrate the small wins, because the small wins are the wins that are going to get us to the bigger wins, right? At the same time, celebrating the small wins really help with the mindset of being an online entrepreneur. What I believe is that the more you celebrate every small win, the more you're telling the universe that, hey, this is what I want. Right? That's why I'm celebrating it. I'm excited about it. I'm thankful for it. And guess what? The more your mind believes that, the more your mind is going to focus on getting more wins. So I really encourage you to go out there, celebrate all the small wins that you have in your businesses, whether that's reaching the first milestone, the next milestone, getting your next client, getting your next sale, whatever that small win is, go out there and celebrate. These days, I just love celebrating with a piece of cake or food. That's really my thing. Go out there and celebrate however you want, not just the big wins, but every single small win. Go out there and celebrate it. Alright guys, I hope you found this video useful. Let me know in the comments below, what are some business lessons that you've learned from your parents, whether or not they're entrepreneurs or not. Now, if you liked today's video, don't forget to hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you get notified the next time I upload the next video. Now, in the meantime, as you wait for my next week's video, go check out these two videos to learn more about online business and online marketing. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next video.